Good morning, class. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Okay. Today we're here to present Chapter 12, Organizational Culture and Change. I am Professor Broderick, and I want to talk to you guys about tolerance from ambiguity. It is one of the first techniques used for established productive change. It is how you handle things when uncertainty occurs in a situation that could potentially make the situation spiral out of control. For example, if you're sitting down and you're talking to your girlfriend or boyfriend and they tell you, hey, I cheated on you last night, your tolerance is going to determine your next action, which could be a simple slap in the face, a big fight, maybe you guys just talk it out. It all depends on your tolerance and the ability that you have to adapt to change. And what happens is a lot of people, many of us, we become content. We are comfortable at what we're doing every day. So we're just doing this every day, go to sleep, wake up, same old boring thing. And you can't be like that. What you gotta do is you gotta have an open mind. You gotta be flexible to things, because if you're not, it's gonna affect your ability to change in any given situation. So what we wanna do is we wanna make sure that we're always open and have lots of confidence in ourselves with the ability to change. And that's gonna affect our tolerance. Another thing that we're going to talk about is organizational culture, which is a system of shared beliefs and values that guides consumers, behaviors, and organizations. And what you want to look at is, let's take Apple. Everybody has an Apple iPhone. Android losers, okay. So what we want to do is with the Apple, it's all about quality. You know, Apple puts everything into their product: blood, sweat, tears, everything. They put it all in. Every product is going to be a top-notch product, whatever it is to market. And they're more concerned about that product being the greatest product that they're producing at that time in order to get all consumers, all customers on the side of Apple. They want to sell that product to every customer. They want it to be the best product there is. Versus Android, they don't care what they put out. Well, they care to a certain extent. They put out many phones, many tablets. They put out a little bit of everything, probably every 6 months. And it's all about quantity to them. They want to give you as much as they can, sell as much worldwide with any and everything. And that's not going to get it. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that your system and business is always going about your quality and products. Thank you, class.
Hello, how y'all doing, class? My name is Jacolby, and I'll talk about the types of levels of organizational culture and organizational culture. Okay, the first type of level in organizational culture is observational culture, which is the outer level of which is the outer level. Observational culture can be described as the visual action and events that appear in each company. It demonstrates the method of dress code at work, the tone between one another, the value of customer service. For instance, heroes, ceremonies, stories, symbols are also found in observational culture. For instance, Texas Southern Homecoming. Like tonight is gonna be a concert out August Center. Everybody gonna show up to that concert. Tomorrow gonna be like a parade in the morning. Also we're gonna have tailgating and other school events. And this is the aspects of observational culture and organizations. The second type of level in organizational culture is core culture. The core culture also deals with innovation, ethics, social responsibility, customer service, performance, and lastly, teamwork. Core culture is defined as assumptions and beliefs that shape and guide people's behavior. Many great companies in the world use core values such as Apple, Nike, Jordan, also Walmart.
Good morning, class. My name is Cymone and I'm going to talk to you guys about the ethnic subcultures or national subcultures. Ethnic subcultures or national subcultures form the workplace among people with the same background in terms of ethnicity, home countries, or regions of the world. People from different professions, functions, have difficulty understanding and working with one another as a team. Glass ceiling is an invisible barrier to advancement by women and minorities in organizations. White men are the dominant or hold the dominant role for the top positions. Minorities and women of color hold the bottom role when you're dealing with glass ceiling. When you talk about harassment and discrimination, race discrimination is treating someone unfavorably because of their race. Pay discrimination is an additional issue. Race discrimination includes treating somebody unfavorably because of their age or because of their race when they all perform the same job. Biculturalism is when minority members adopt characteristics of majority cultures in order to succeed. When you talk about diversity leadership, you talk about affirmative action, valuing diversity, and managing diversity. Top-down change is a change that comes from senior management. It's not good because 70% of the method tends to end in failure because the most common reason for failure when it comes to top-down change is poor implementation. Change programs have little chance of success with the support of these who implement them. Any change that is driven from the top and perceived as insensitive to the needs of lower-level personnel can easily fail. Thank you.
Good afternoon, class. My name is Chyna Johnson. In retrospect to the top-down change, bottom-up change is defined as the change initiative and input that derives from all the levels of the organization. In bottom-up change, managers are expected to respond immediately and support positive change initiatives raised during the session. Workers solicit ideas about what might be wrong and what changes might be made to improve things. In the bottom-up change division, many people's inputs are put into consideration, therefore making it easy for good ideas to get lost. And the bottom-up change is basically an aspect of saying that there's lots of people's inputs that are put into this scenario. So if someone has a good idea, it's going to get overlooked eventually because the top head of the bottom-up change has so many ideas and suggestions to remember that some of them maybe get forgotten. The next thing that I'm going to talk about is the phases of plan change. There are 3 phases of unplanned change: unfreezing, changing, refreezing, and with the implementation of the next phase called improvising. The first step in planned change is unfreezing. Unfreezing is simply the preparing of a system for change. In this phase, the urge for something new and improved is craved. The purpose of unfreezing is to get others to be on the same page and to realize that some situations need to be reconsidered and reevaluated. In the second phase of planned change is defined as changing. Change in the organization can stem anywhere from tasks, people, culture, technology, and structure, and the actual changes that were thought of to take place. In this phase, it is pertinent to receive feedback and input. The next phase of the planned change process is refreezing. Refreezing is simply put, the process in which the change is reestablished and stabilized. In this phase, all the group members come together and with what they jot down and they put it back into action. They utilize everybody's suggestions and ideas and options and they make the process run smoothly. The improvising phase is kind of implied in the planned change process. It is called improvising because it can be defined as making necessary alterations and the obvious changes in order to allot the most success for the overall good of the organization. The last thing I'm going to be talking about is types of change strategies. The first type of change strategy is forced coercion. This strategy change pursues change through formal authority and or the use of rewards and punishment, basically meaning that people are motivated by their self-interest. They're only going to put in if they know they're going to get something next form of change strategy is rational persuasion. Rational persuasion is a change through empirical data and rational argument. People are inherently rational and guided by reasoning. The shared power is the final strategy of change. The definition pursues change by participation in assessing change needs, values, and goals. This tactic is based on empowerment and high group participation. In closing, Chapter 12 is very versatile and informational. This chapter clearly evokes methods and tactics used to construe effective change within an organization. The various dimensions of organizational culture is effective and concise, and much skill can be learned from studying Chapter 12. Thank you.